we got the reunion. Okay, we got it. But now what about a reboot, a revival, a spin-off? On the count of three, who would be down? Who would be down? 1, 2,
I think
3.
we're all down.
How awkward would it be if one of us just didn't raise our hand?
I was really hoping that would happen.
Today has not been fun, so I'm gonna sit this one out. No, the ultimate goal is to be able to have the reboot. I think especially after this reunion, the chemistry was still there. The vibes were all still good. So I think that, I hate that I just said that, but anyways, the vibes were good. Anyways, but I think that these characters were such a big part of people's childhood, and our fan base is so connected to them that it's important for us to make sure that we tell the story of where they are now and connect to our fans again about where life is and where our characters are. And we have to do that justice. So finding the right home and telling the right story is equally as important as it happening. So I think that takes a little bit of time, and obviously an added bonus time with, you know, pandemic and everything our world's going through right now.
Where would you guys want to see the alum of PCH be?
I mean, for me, I actually thought of this while we were doing this interview process. Dustin was always getting into trouble and Zoey was always saving him. So I feel like Dustin would have had some like crazy ideas and basically ended up living with Zoey. I feel like would be like a funny aspect because she would save him again and I'd kind of be like living with her, and that would be a funny dynamic. That's just something I literally in this interview process, I was like, wait, that would be hilarious to see.
And Sean, do you think Zoey and Chase would still be together?
You know, it's hard to say. Our history has been so tumultuous. You know, at the end of the day, I think that there's got to be some spark still there. I'm sure that Chase, being the guy that he is, you know, so committed to Zoey, I'm sure is going to constantly be pursuing her. I don't know if she's ready for Chase yet or if she ever will be. But at the end of the day, I think Chase is pretty committed to Zoey, especially considering the last skit that we did between me and Chris recently. I was willing to give up a wife just to go see if Zoey was even interested. So I think there's something to that. I don't know.
The story is not unfinished. I think that there's definitely more to be said in that area. But I think for it to continue on its path and to be relatable, that it's got to, you know, have its ups and downs. So I think that that's an important part of it.
Jeannie, would you want Zoey to be a mom kind of like you in your real life or something totally different?
I think that would have to be kind of, you know, like that's part of the process right now is kind of hashing out what makes sense, because obviously, you know, I want to do whatever's best for the whole story. And do I think that Zoey eventually has kids? Yes. Do I know if she would have them yet during this storyline? I'm not sure. It all kind of depends on what falls into place, but I think that's all in the mix. If not in the first episodes, perhaps in later ones. So I think that is, you know, all to be continued.
Little Sean babies?
I'll just pop out with afros.
Jamie already has beautiful children. She doesn't need to think about hideous Sean babies. Anyway.
About Logan and Quinn, would they still be together?
See, I'm really curious about what happened along the way, but I don't know if their relationship would have endured in that way. I can see them being close in one way or another, even if it's not still in a romantic relationship. I'm really curious how that relationship helped Logan evolve and grow as a person.
They're already arguing.
I think it would be a lot like what you're saying.
We've already figured it out.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, I'm like, I don't know.
For Quinn.
She invents
You just saw the dynamic.
like film production and like investment opportunities for Logan, and Logan just goes around taking all the credit for this, and she's perfectly happy to take all the money that he delivers to her to do this, but he, you know, they're definitely still together, and Logan definitely uses her. Yeah.
I disagree with every single thing you said, and you don't get a creative say in the process, and none of that is real. Honestly, Quinn and Dana are probably dating, so that's what's probably happening now.
Whoa.
Now, my vision may not be what it used to be, but that there is a poster of some kids, and this here is a poster of some old.
Did she just call us old?
Yeah.
I will fight a grandma.
It was a true reunion. I hadn't seen them in a while, and not only did I get to see them, but I got to see some little children, and I had my youngest daughter with me, my mom, and it was just the perfect way to get back into it. We kind of played ourselves in this skit, and you know, I think they're going to get to see a true reunion live on TV, where it all started on Nickelodeon. So it was really exciting.
And Jamie, you were reprising your role as the bacon-loving bodyguard who was trying to stop the All That cast, as well as the Zoey 101 stars from getting on set. So how was it going back to that iconic role that you played as a kid?
It was surreal. Literally, like, they did great. Like, the costume, the hair, everything. I jumped right back into it. And that was one of my favorite characters because it was one that I had, actually tried out for All That with. It was one that I'd done as a kid at home. And so it was just really cool to see kind of like, my childhood just kind of all exploding together in one moment.
You guys said some of the kids were involved. So is it giving you a cool mom status with your 2 daughters being back on All That, even though it's just a little skit?
Sorta, but at this point, they're just more concerned about where, my youngest one, she doesn't know what's going on really, except for she loved being there at the studio because there was just a lot of cool things for a 2-year-old to look at. And then my oldest is cooler than me. So I don't know that, I don't think she's 12 right now. So I don't think she's going to think anything I do is cool again until she's 19? Is that when they start liking you again?